Hello everyone. I thought I'd come back for a Flosstube video, and I wanted to show you the things I've done in May and in June of this year. So in Stitch Maynia, they had the Stitch Maynia challenge, and I did a few different things, and this was one of them, Eek by AB Designs, and I finished it. I did not put, there's supposed to be like a little spider button or something here, and I don't have that. So this fabric is Crosswing Collection. It's like a teal color. It doesn't really come through on the screen. It was my first use of a Crosswing fabric, and I really enjoyed it. 28 count, I believe. And then this was another one I did. And Black Calico, I made the lady's dress less wide because nobody needs to be heavier than they really are, and you know the pattern really has it go all the way to the end of the flag. And I chose my own colors because I didn't have it. My pattern didn't have colors selected for it, so I put it on yellow. Fabric is yellow, like 18 count. And this is Not Forgotten Farm, the flag maker. So that was my second finish. I decided to do some embroidery, and I've never done any embroidery before, and I wanted to try it. I saw this picture there's a new coffee house in my town, and they have a cupcake every once in a while, and there was one on their Facebook page that I thought was really cute. And I wanted to see if I could do an embroidery of that, and this was what it turned out to look like. That was my first attempt at embroidery. And black, just black. It's a fat quarter. And I finished that. Had some other finishes. This was a Stitch Maynia start this year. Country Cottage Needleworks, Red, White, and Bloom. And I finished that. And this was also a Stitch Maynia start. The Woodland Piece sampler. It was from a 1993 Leisure Arts magazine, February 1993. And I did it in 400, DMC 400, which is kind of like a rust color. It's charted to be 666, but I wanted it to be different. Do it my own way, you know. So I finished that. And then I finally finished this Tempting Tangles project called Harvest Brew. I was stuck for a long time in the teapot, and there's so much intricate stitching in here of back and forth colors between like 3 or 4 colors, and the pattern I have a little bit of trouble seeing the smaller patterns, and it didn't have like the 10 by 10 grids, so I kept getting lost. And in the end I just did it. I just like painted it myself. I went and I followed the different color patterns, and the kind of like when you draw something and you shade it. I shaded it with my stitching by stitching X's, and then I did a few little embroidery things on it at the end here. So those were my finishes. This is going to be in no particular order. I mean, I don't really have an order. There's so many things here. I started this for Stitch Maynia. It's called the Village Sampler by a Tiny Modernist. I did not have all the colors. There's only like 5 colors or something for this, and I didn't have these colors in my stash, so I just picked my own colors, and here's kind of where I'm at right now. This is one of my work projects. Ever since I've been stitched on for Stitch Mania, I've been working on it at work at lunch. So that's where I am right now. Village Sampler by Tiny Modernist. Come on, get in there. Any other day to go right in. There. Another one of my at-work pieces is I worked on it more in May than I did June. It's called At the Beach. It's a Bucilla kit or Janlin kit. I've been working on that here and there at work also. But mostly the village sampler. Let's see. This is another at work project. I have 3 things in my tote bag, and whatever I just feel drawn to working on. It's the Dimensions ornament, Believe snow. It's called Believe Snow Globe, and this is where I'm at. I did the wrong color right here. I might have to go take that out. I'm still thinking about it. I'm just gonna leave it. It's only an ornament. Just goofing around with that one. It's my first ornament on plastic canvas. I also worked on, this is my first time using over-dyed threads. Everything's falling down. Too many things. Stitch Mania, Stash-a-Lanch, or Whip-a-Lanch. Let's see here. Here's it's a Scarlet House. It's called Coverlet Candle Matte. And here's where I am. Oops. So yeah, first time using over-dyed threads. It's really nice. I never used any of those fancy threads. I think these are Shaker, Simply Shaker. I've pretty much just been a DMC person. Started working on this very small start. It's a Leslie Tier Folk Art Angel. Here's how far I got. Just a little part in the middle, the little basket she's holding. And then I also worked on Pretty Little Toronto. A little more by Satsuma Street. Whoa. Don't know how you guys all do this every time. Too many things. I worked for a hot minute on this is the Blue Dragon Fairy by Custom Crafts. I just did black. And just up in the corner of the top up there. I like my project guys. Let's see here. I started Life Doesn't, it's called Life by Designworks. It's a kit. Should have got a bigger bag for this one. This is how far I got. I got this needle minder from Gecko Rouge. It's like a books. Look, it's sideways. This is how far I got. I made pretty good progress on this during the time I was working on it. Also worked on a little bit of the black on this Halloween delivery. This is my first time using 40 count, and it's harder for me to stitch on 40 count because it's so little. So I'm just like just doing the wheels and going through the fabric. This is like 40 count Ren. Let's see. Do I have a picture? From Street Samplers. Another Stitch Mania start was Black Capped Chickadee. This is a just cross stitch, chart and just cross stitch. And I only got this far. Just part of a leaf. I also worked on Hot Chocolate by AAN of Center Adelaide. This is where I'm at. This is that Wilchelt. It's like so stiff. I actually got it for one of my pixies, one of my bewitching pixies, and it's just too hard. It's becoming softer as I work with it, but not a big fan of this fabric. I mean, yeah, this fabric. Sorry it's taken so long to put my stuff back in the boxes. That's my project bags. My last one I'm going to show you today is I have a picture. It's chairs for all seasons. Let's see, it's called 4 Seasons Chairs. I'm working on this chair. Here's where I am. This was also a Stitch Maynia sort. Did I say that? I worked on a little bit. This is my first ever grime guard by So Much to Love. I also have a bag in this same design. So that concludes the whips. Oh, I have one more. It does not conclude the whips. One more. This will conclude the whips. Current project of the month. It says it's called You're From London by Stitchrovia. This needle minder is from Denkai Designs. When you look at these needle minders on, pictures on Etsy, they look like they're smaller, like maybe like a Scrabble tile size. This is huge. So this is where I'm at on this one. Been working on that all month. So that's all my whips. I've already gone 18 minutes. I don't know how long this thing will, how much more minutes it will take, so I just thought I'd say goodbye and thank you for watching my whip. All the whips I worked on in the last 2 months. Have a wonderful day. Thank you. Goodbye.